Hi friends, and welcome to this week's puppet building video. So this week we are making paper plate bird puppets. So that we started with our eyes for our hands, then we moved on to making a dog puppet, which if you have signed up for a dog puppet kit and have not picked it up yet, you need to pick it up before Monday because I will be taking that kit with me to story time for children who just want to take one home. So if you signed up or you still want one, you need to pick it up this weekend before Monday when I will be taking taking it with me to story time at Lewis Park. Today's puppet is the paper plate puppet. So of course, in our kits we have paper plates. You should have 2 paper plates plus half a paper plate. You should have an assortment of feathers, a striped sock, 2 eyes. What you will need from home is a pair of scissors, tape, maybe even a stapler. A stapler will be good for putting together the paper plate portion that you might need a grown-up to help you out with, but it'll work better with a stapler. You can do it with tape. I would recommend a stapler for this though. And then markers for us to decorate with. Let's begin our build. So the very first thing we want to do is put together the head of our bird. We're going to take one of our paper plates and we're going to fold it in half. And that's just to give it a good crease down the center. We folded it in half, and I did it so it's the top of the plate is on the inside. We're then going to turn it so that it faces out like that. See that crease that made? Crease helped fold that up. So you have one like that. You need to repeat that with your other plate. So we're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to turn it the other way. And this one will fold nice and tight there. And notice again, the curves are going to go up on this. The curves are going to go up on that plate. Then we're going to get out our trusty stapler and we're going to put them together. So we're going to put 2 of those halves together so that it looks like that and staple around the edge. Again, you can do this with tape. It will work better with a stapler. So we stapled around that edge. Now I bet you're wondering, what are we going to do? Because we have it like this now. What are we going to do with this other half? Well, we're going to attach it to one of the other sides here. So I'm going to choose this side here to attach it. And you're going to attach again using that stapler. All right, now we have our head for our bird puppet. Now, this is pretty boring, just a white paper plates here. We need to add some decoration to our bird. So you can color, I've got very thin markers here. You can color in maybe the beak, one color. Give it a nice coloring in there. If you have paints at home, you could use paints on this. In fact, the picture that was used for this week's instruction sheet was they painted their heads, which you could do as well if you have some paint at home. I just have markers, so I'm going to use the markers here. So I'm going to color in my beak orange, but since the inside of the beak is not the same color as the outside of the beak, I might color that in black, or I might just put a tongue in there. I think I might just put a tongue in there. Or do the letter U. Or I could color it in. Maybe I'll color it in. I should have chosen some thicker markers, but our thick markers are a little on the dry side. All right, then we have the top here. Now for our top here, that's where our eyes come in. So we have those googly eyes. These eyes in the kit are peel and stick. Might need a little help from a grown-up on this. Getting the edge. I'm going to invent easy peel eyes and make a mint on it. So I'm going to put my eyes up on top here. And then I'm going to decorate around them. Maybe I want my bird to have some green curlicues around it. Maybe some purple around it. Ooh, that's a very dry purple marker. This purple marker will be okay. Oh yes, that purple marker is much better. Maybe some blue. And then maybe I'll take a black marker and add some bits to it. Maybe I want to put some nostrils on my bird's face and maybe draw a line where the tongue is. And again, you might want to color in the inside of the mouth black. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to color the whole thing black, but you get to decorate any way you want. And then you're going, well, what about these feathers, Miss Heather? Yeah, we need to add some feathers. You can either use your stapler or some tape to put the feathers up along the top of your bird's head. So I'm going to use tape for this and add some feathers to the top of my bird's head. And they can be any way you want them to be. You should have about 3 or 4 long feathers and then some short feathers too. Add that one on that side. Some crazy feathers going there. Let's see, I've got 3 more feathers. Let's see where I can put those feathers. Just put that feather right there. All right, that head is built. The last part is with the sock. And of course, if we put our hands in our sock now, it doesn't work so well for getting into our bird's mouth. It works, but not great. You can't really see the sock very well. So what we're gonna do is cut the toe off of the sock, or cut it open. I'm actually just gonna cut the very tip of the toe open here, so that my hand fits through. So just my hand fits through. And then I can put this on and you can see the neck. Now, if you wanted to, you could staple your sock onto your bird if you'd like to staple it to the edges if you'd like as well. And this is your puppet build for this week. I can't wait to see. You can make it talk. You can have it go quack, quack, or have its own noises. It's talking at the same time I am. So you can have it talk, move around, peck things, pick things up. I would love to see pictures or even videos of what you were able to build with this one. I know you can do a much awesomer job, I guess, that you would put it, than I have done here. I'm sure. I can't wait to see the fantastic works that you do. Next week's build is going to be clothespin puppets. It's an easier puppet build, but there's a lot of coloring involved. So that we're going to be working on some coloring skills for that puppet build. Keep your eyes peeled for upcoming programs. We have our story time on Monday and our Wednesday Zumbini. We also have our performers, although next week we do not have a performer next week, and that's because of the 4th of July holiday. But the following week we will have a Zumba Kids dance party at Lewis Park. We're actually going to be in person for one of our Thursday afternoon programs. We also will have next week's puppet build and our virtual story times posted on Saturdays. Thanks, and I will see you next week.